Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them, but hopefully that's not happening.
U.S. President Donald Trump met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Florida on Monday to discuss advancing the next phase of the fragile Gaza truce. During the bilateral dinner, Trump even announced major progress in the Gaza ceasefire talks for the Phase 2.
We do well. We settled 8 wars, but we don't know the countries. Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Right?
You got that right.
No, it's good. It's good when you can say it. It takes a couple of days.
They're actually good people.
Yeah, great. No, but that war was going on for 35 years, Armenia. That war was going on 35 years. Nobody even knew it. And Putin actually said to me, I cannot believe you settled that war, because I've been trying for 10 years. And I settled it in one day. Trade. They do trade. I said, we're going to cut you off from trade. No more trade. To both of them.
Got their attention.
But to both of them. I said, we're going to cut you off. No more trade. Then I put 200% tariffs on. The next day they called. We looked. 35 years of fighting, and they sucked. Do I get credit for it? No. They gave them. I did 8 of them. India. How about India and Pakistan? And then, so I did 8 of them. And then I'll tell you the rest of it. How are you doing? Okay? You going to all be outside, the beautiful sun? Good. Enjoy your lunch. It's a very good group. We made a lot of progress already. We had about a 5-minute meeting, and we've already settled about 3 of the difficulties. So thank you very much for being here.
The talks covered wide-ranging topics, including Iran, and Trump warned that the United States would knock down any rebuilt Iranian nuclear facilities. He again voiced for disarmament of Hamas as part of the next phase of the October Gaza ceasefire, after the group's armed wing pledged to retain its weapons. There has to be a disarming of Hamas, Trump said.
Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them, but hopefully that's not happening. I heard Iran wants to make a deal. If they want to make a deal, that's much smarter. You know, they could have made a deal the last time before we went through, a big attack on them, and they decided not to make the deal. They wish they made that deal. So I think, again, they should make a deal. They want to make a deal, but sometimes that doesn't happen. If they will continue with the missiles, yes. The nuclear, fast. Okay? One will be yes, absolutely. The other was, we'll do it immediately.
Mr. President, how quickly should the talks move to phase 2 of the peace plan for Gaza?
As quickly as we can. But there has to be a disarmament, that we have to disarm with Hamas. So one of the things we'll talk about, certainly, but there has to be a disarming of Hamas. Otherwise, very quickly. Yep.
Does the reconstruction of Gaza will begin even before Hamas is disarmed?
I think it's going to begin pretty soon, yeah.
Before Hamas
He's looking forward to it, so am I. Look, what a mess. We have one wonderful young man whose parents are right now inside. And what beautiful parents, a beautiful brother, sister, and like a beautiful family, and they're waiting for their son. It's the only one left, and we're doing everything we can to get his body back. And the parents just said, hopefully he's alive. And I said, I'd love you to think that way. Pardon? Oh, I think you will. How do you not? He's a wartime prime minister who's a hero. How do you not give a pardon? I think it's a very hard thing not to do it. I spoke to the president, and it's on. I mean, he tells me it's on its way.
Mr.
You can't do better than that, right? Well, I hope he's going to get along with Syria, because the new president of Syria is working very hard to do a good job. He really is. I know he's a tough cookie, and he's, you're not going to get a choir boy to lead Syria. That's the one thing I would say. So I hope they're going to get along, because, I dropped the sanctions on Syria because otherwise they wouldn't have had a chance. We want to see Syria survive. So we're going to be talking about Syria too. So I have a great relationship with President Erdogan, and we'll be talking about it. And if it's good, I think that's good. And a lot will be having to do with Bibi. We're going to be talking about that. But Turkey's been great, and he's been, excellent as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about you. To me, he's been very good.
On the reports about Ukraine's alleged attack on Putin's residence, U.S. President Donald Trump said Russian President Vladimir Putin told him that Kyiv attempted to attack his residence in northern Russia, an allegation Zelensky has denied. Trump said he was very angry over the claim, warning that such actions could complicate delicate efforts to broker peace.
President Trump yesterday there was an explosion overnight, and the Russians say that Ukraine tried to hit the residence of President Putin. Do you have any information?
No, I don't know about it, actually, and I don't. I just heard about it, actually, but I don't know about it. No.
Did you speak with
That would be too bad. That would not be good.
What was the outcome of your telephone call with President Putin this
I had a
morning?
very good talk this morning. I waited till this morning because it was pretty late by the time we finished, like 2:30 in Russia, 2:30 in the morning. And we had a very good talk. We spoke at 8 o'clock in the morning hour time, and it was a very productive talk. I mean, we have a few very thorny issues, as you can imagine. He knows about thorny issues probably better than anybody in the world, but it's working out. We have a couple of issues that we're going to get resolved, hopefully, and if we get them resolved, you're going to have peace. You're going to have Ukraine. They're losing 26,000 soldiers a month. Can you believe it? A month, 26,000 young, beautiful soldiers, and plus some people in Kyiv, and relatively small, but a lot, still people, and it's a lot of people. But 26,000 soldiers were killed last month. Yeah.
President Trump, are you going to allow Turkish forces, or do you expect Turkish forces to be stationed in Gaza?
Are you worried that the alleged strike on Putin's residence could scuttle the peace?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning. You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. That's no good. It's no good. Don't forget, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that because we're talking about, it's a delicate period of time. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive because they're offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that, and can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about it. Please. What? Well, it came out. Well, we'll find out. I mean, you're saying maybe the attack didn't take place. It's possible too, I guess. But President Putin told me this morning it did.
The Israeli Prime Minister also held meetings with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ahead of his discussions with Trump.